I'll be at Exeter 24th to 26th of September. So it's all going on. It's all going on. And I've just realised it's 29 minutes past, which means Andy will be here hopefully any moment now. Please, off to my website, abbyann.com, have a look at the sale page, special offers and all that sort of stuff, and just generally. And what else can I say? We're off to Norfolk, who apparently have sunshine. I'm not impressed by that, because I've not got any sunshine. I just got grey cloud. But there we are. Have a fabulous day, everybody. I'm going to shuffle you across. Be lovely. See ya.
Right, good morning and welcome. Thank you, Abby. We've sorted that bit out. Just moved this cam on the laptop. Decided to shut down and not reopen. But hey, hopefully that right. I don't have Facebook chats. So morning, Angela on YouTube. So although yeah, I've got chats for some reason it's signed out. And if I try for some reason it's signed out, and if I try to sign in, I'm going to have live when not. Good morning, Christine. Button there. Did I get something there? Nope. That's not getting anywhere. Now I've lost the YouTube chats. Oh well. Oh God, something's done something. You can tell the thing's underway. It is it's ticking on already, isn't it? So like so we were at Malvern last time. Had a great time at Malvern. We had the three amigos all together. If you watched the live, it must have been hilarious. Three of us wandering around with cameras on sticks, filming each other and filming anything, and then we went all off in separate directions and went round the show. I did get to do a sort of like a 10-15 minute live of the quilts, but there was just a lot going on each day. Sort of like we were staying with our friends Joe Rue, who is half of What the Fabric. I set a rumour going. This was so funny. So in the evenings we were talking about things that are going to happen, you know, at festival. And they said, oh yeah, Juicy Juice is coming. And I swear, God's honest truth, I'm sure Joe said, it's Joe Rue, that Adita was coming back this year, but just to teach. She's not going to do talks or anything. She was just doing something like that, or just an appearance. So, of course, when the Macau rep, Jane, came in on Saturday or something, I mentioned this to her, to which she got very excited. Said, why don't I know? Because obviously they stock Adita fabric. So just to check whether because she was coming and she's not. So whole thing sparked off, all shots to Aggo. So Adita fabric, one of the new quilts that we have. So we'll run through some things. So as Abby said, Springfield's next week, 5th and 6th of June. We're there with Abby, so you can come along and see us there. You can wander through to the garden centre and wander through that into the shopping centre, and you won't have to pay parking at the shopping centre because you'll have parked for free at the quilt show. Bargain. Retreats, I'll cover more on retreats when we go down a bit further. Coventry is basically full now, so do there, and if I can get the thing, so we can go there and we can go up and down the quilt. So that is the Tree Colours quilt. You can see I'm in the hall today. So that's one of the new quilts, and then this is the Hearts by Adita. So this quilt hasn't got a name. So if anyone's interested in this, this that's really good on that. So that's we'll go back to another one. So if someone wanted a one of them, they're both on the website. But I was saying the quilt behind me hasn't got a name. So if anyone's got any, which I've got here, which I shall show you. So you get 6 packs of fabric, which have got the spots in, and so you've got the checked, two color in the checked, and 2 colour in the spots in each one, then times that by 6, times that by 6 different ones, and then for the borders and stuff you have the stripes. So this is all from the Quilt Essential range. Just get the angle right on that. So that's all in there. I believe that's on offer. It should be, I can't remember, it should be 80 odd pound I think for the kit. It's 1.1 by 1.8 in size. We obviously haven't finished it because we took it to the caravan to do a clearing process because we hadn't done that. So anyway, so that's that. So the tree colours is on the internet. That's on there under the kits range. I believe that's on special offer. So you get papers to make these. I don't know what it is. This keeps going ka-ching. And you make the tree in different colours. So you get 11 pieces of fabric plus the base and the brown, and you make a tree. So there's a tree in red, and then you make a tree in yellow, and there's a pink one, and there's the orange one, and there's the green one. So you get 7 colours. So you've got your Richard of York gave Battle in Vain, and then you should have enough fabric left over to make that one. So the table runner behind me has just got the 6 on, and then we're making another one which will be a block of 4 by 2 for that. So that's all there available, and I didn't put the black in, so the price that it's recommended will be a little bit higher. So if you're getting these, they will be a bargain this morning because the black fabric hasn't been quoted for in the prices, which I thought earlier, and I didn't get round to fixing that. Just looking through everything else. So spritz fabric. Yes, that's not there, so we might as well go back to here. So spritz fabric, it was new at Malvern. This is the spritz fabric. So it's a let me get a little bit that you can see. Can you see that there? So it's a plain colour with a sort of like a freckles and stuff in it as like an explosion. So this is our hexagon rainbow kite done in spritz. So this is now available on the website. You can get these. If you've already got the template and the kit, you only need the fabric pack at £9. That's all you need for that. So that's all available there. So I've done that, and that. Something else has just gone ka-ching. But there you go. Right, where were we? Yes. The other special, buried under the back here somewhere. Nope, was around here somewhere earlier. Had it earlier. Nope, it's gone. It's gone. Look behind. Oh, it's behind the laptop. So, we've redone this. This was only haven't had this at shows for a while. This is the Passacaglia template. So anyone that's ever done a Passacaglia quilt, a lot of work involved in them. I don't think I'll ever get round to making a Passacaglia quilt. These are the templates, the 5 you need. So this is the 1.5 inch size. This is as in the book. So they're acrylic templates. You have a 36-degree diamond, a 36 to 72, the 2 different size pentagons and the isosceles, and those 5 shapes make up the Passacaglia quilt. It can be it's big circles going round, and if you haven't, if you don't know what it is, Google that, and then you can have a look at them. But this is English paper piecing, so if you're into that, that's instead of 20 quid, but it's been a long time, that's £12 on the web today. If these prices will not be at Malvern, but if someone comes to me and says, we watched a live, can we have it at that price, then we might just honour that, but they won't be on the stand at that price. But it'll have to be a quick, it's quiet in the background, we don't want everybody to know. To do that, so any of the things there, we will have the big hexagon quilts kits for sale. Pardon? Thought she said something. at there. So
You said Malvern instead of Spalding.
all right, I said Malvern. There will be at Malvern, but not till October. So I mean Spalding. Yes, I've still got Malvern in my mind. That's because I had to change all the text on here from Malvern. So that is that. Right. So we doing. What are we doing? So yes, talking of Spalding. Yes, we'll be at Spalding next, and then in July Lampert Hall. And for those people that go to Festival of Quilts, we have booked a stand. We are J36. J36 is near the winners enclosure. So we're just beside that, behind J&B, no, J&S sewing machines. So that's where you can find us. Please come and see us and say hello, and please come and buy something. It is the most expensive show that we do. We are something close to £3,500 for the stand, plus hotels, food, and everything like that. So it's quite a big outlay, and considering Spalding is an eighth of that price probably, so for a stand that's probably nearly as big. So come and see us at festival and have a look at our stand. We've got 5 meters. We haven't got as big as what we had last year. That was going to be nearly £5,000 for what we had last year, so that was just way out of the window. So retreats. So as I said earlier, Coventry is full. If you were desperate to come to Coventry, I'm sure we could squeeze in 1 or 2, but we're now basically closing Coventry. Ayr and Basingstoke have both happened this year, so they are being taken for next year. The first of the Basingstoke next year has been is full, and we're doing a double one, so people are arriving on the Sunday and going home on the Thursday, and then the next lot are coming in on the Thursday and going home on the Monday. So Basingstoke, but Basingstoke 2, as we're calling it, has got room on it. Newcastle, still room at Newcastle. Great time to come and do the Newcastle show Friday, Saturday, and then be there ready for the retreat on the Sunday. If you are thinking of coming and wanted to extra night at the hotel, then we could book you in at the hotel on the Saturday night. Not a problem, just contact us. And the other one, the Peterborough one there, that's just us and a lady called Lizzie Curtis. So we've still got room on that, and that is all soon. Anyone wants information on retreats, you just have to WhatsApp me on that number. Just WhatsApp me, say info on retreats. I'll send you the whole big A4 page of all the retreats in the country, and then you can come back and say which ones you want, and then you've got that. And then if you want to book, they're all around about £600. Ones to take place this year, Newcastle and Coventry, are a bit less. Basingstoke, Ayr next year, and next year's prices, and Peterborough is a posher hotel, so the prices of that are a little bit more as well. So what ka-ching. Unless it could be someone buying something. It could be all you lot buying things on the website that could be that ching, although nothing's coming up on the screen. It's just going ka-ching. What happens on a retreat? So we've been looking at other people's retreats, and there's been some, I'm not going to mention any names, but you arrive, you're greeted with a tea and biscuits, then there's a talk from somebody, then there's a film about somebody, then there's an evening meal, then you go to bed, then you get up in the morning, there's the second half of the film, then you get like an hour and a half's hand sewing, and then there's another talk, then a bit more hand sewing, then you get some snacks for lunch, and then you go home. And that particular retreat is more expensive than ours. Okay, what you get on a Amigos Crafty-UK retreat You arrive Sunday. You check into your room. You bring your stuff into the sewing room, and then we have a meal. There's a meal waiting for you in the restaurant, and we meet up in the bar that evening to have a chat and do a bit of a show and tell. Monday morning, breakfast. Sewing room opens at 8. First workshop starts at 10. We have a break for lunch. This is all included in the prices and no extra costs. Break for lunch. Back to the sewing room where you can sew until 6 p.m. Either finish off the workshop or do some of your own things. The workshops are not compulsory. They're not the be-all and end-all of the retreat. It's a good social get-together, learn things, and if you've got stuff that you're struggling with, bring that along. We'll get someone to help you with it. So then, evening meal. If you want to come back to the sewing room, you can after the evening meal, or you can go to your room. You can retire to the bar and open a few bottles of wine. You can open a bottle of wine and bring it into the sewing room. We don't advise, or we don't recommend sewing and drinking because you might spill it. And God knows what will happen. You know, you'll be you'll think you're the best free motion person in the world once you've had that. But anyway, the next day, same again. Breakfast workshop starts at 10. All that through, all the lunches, the evening meal, and then the same again on Wednesday. These are 3 different workshops by 3 different people. Julia is not coming to all of the retreats, but the one she is at, she will be teaching one day, and the other ones we will either be, we've got some other people lined up to do workshops for them. And then Thursday, breakfast, sewing room, finish off some little bits and bobs, pack up, and you've all gone by 11 o'clock. So considerably more than some of the other ones, okay? And I had a lot of inquiries last week because we did a lot of adverts for them. We can't do a sewing retreat in your area. It's just not possible to do them all over the country. Some people are saying it's over 2 hours drive away. I mean, there is a lady, Tracy. Yes, you know you are, Tracy. She is coming to Ayr, Basingstoke, Newcastle and Coventry. And so she can't live near any of them. So it's a getaway. If you've got to drive I mean, the closest one for us is Coventry. It's just like 2.5 hours away. They're all, you know, they're full board, so you're staying there. So, but we can't do one in every area in the country. We can't do one next year. Otherwise, all you'd have on it would be all the people from your own quilt group, and it'd be just like one of your own workshops. But here you get to meet lots of different people from all over the country doing things. So that is retreats. Coventry full. Book on the others. Telephone number there if you wish to book on. So I think we've just about covered most things. I don't know whether there were some late people. Julia Crosspacks, that was one of the she was watching on Tube. Christine, or Chris, not Christine, Chris is watching. Pamela's watching. Elaine are all on there. But sorry, the Facebook thing I'm going to have to log in, and like I said last time, and get that sorted. So that is that. So website address there where you can go and find all these things. New quilt in the background. Looking for a name suggestions for it. I never showed you the template, did I? There's so much stuff here on the desk. Well, I'm saying that I never showed it to you. Oh, there it is. So this is the new template for the quilt behind. So you get 5-inch strips. The template cuts from a 5-inch strip. You can hold this up really well. There we go. Look, so it cuts from a 5-inch strip. It does. Honest, it does. If you get the strip on the bottom there. So you top and tail them. So you'll get 7 out of each piece. Which the 2 halves go together, so you'll get 7 of each block. So you've got here the yellow one there. There's all you see that one better. There's 7 of them, 7 yellow, 7 of this, and then you put the bits around the outside. So the square that goes in between the cornerstone as a case that goes in there. You can cut that from the template as well. So the heart's run the wrong way there. And then the strips are cut on the dotted line there, using that bit there to cut the strips. So all involved in the template. And then the hearts. The hearts are, they're half appliqued on and half not. So you put this on the edge of your fabric and draw around this for the heart and cut them out. And then when you sew your two blocks together, we put the hearts on top of each other so they're sewn into the seam, and then they open out, and then we've just tacked the edges on them. So if I get the old trusty webcam out again, and we go to the this page, you can see the stitching around the edge like that. So that's how the hearts were held on, but down the middle they're done into the seam, so it's a bit half and half, all done with the template. So if we get a name that we like, anyone likes, we'll send them a free template, because you can make this quilt in anything you want with it. It's only available as a kit at the moment. We will get the template on later this week, how to use. So a nice little template. I mean, you could just make a little block, diamond block, and put it on a bag. Very simple to do. We'll get that on later. What are we? We're 53. I'm not quite that. I'm a little bit older than that. got a birthday next week. It's not a big one. So we were at the caravan last week. So we did say we were making some bags. So this is very, very creased, isn't it? This is the rainbow hexagon kite been extended, so it's got a flat top, to make it into a bag. So this is the small one. Let's make a small bag, and then the larger one, that's made with a 2-inch kite, and then the larger one will be this. Will make sort of like I'll get it up the right way. This will make a sort of like a shopping bag. So then we're going to have, it'll be lined in black, but like I say, we got cut short and had to come home, so they didn't get any further than that. So they will be available soon on the website. Once again, if you've got the kite template, you'll just need a pattern to do it. Simple as that. I am now just about done everything, and I've still got 6 minutes, and I can't dance and I can't sing. What are we gonna do? I'll show you the trees for those that didn't see through. So this is the it's called Tree Colours. You'll find it on the website. They're all the specials are under the Sunday page. Tree Colours, after the well-known Two Ronnie sketch, 4 Candles. So Tree Colours, because there's actually 8 of them, you see. So they're just made, their foundation paper. I can turn them over because these have still got the papers on the back, because they haven't been sewn together yet. I always leave the papers right on until I've sewn the bits together, and then I can put the right sides together, and then I can sew down the 1/4-inch seam that's still on there and join them more accurately, and again join the 4, because it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then possibly up the other way, 1, 2, 3, 4, for the quilt. And obviously the table runner is 7 in a row. There, you could have 8 in a row. You could break it in half, and you could have two fours, and put together whichever colours you want together. It's entirely up to you as that. I wish I knew what that was. It's probably telling me something's failed. Or at least I know the webcam's still working because the green light's on, and when I move around, I move about. So we've covered special offers on the Passacaglia. £12. Get it today. We've cut no more of these as well. Let's pull that out of there. This is the retro, and I've cut the last of the retro up to make the hexagon kites. So there's plenty of those available. The retro, that's on the website if people want them. There's plenty of them. I've shown you the bag. This is all the fabric. This is the Adita fabric for the kit that should be £80. It's got 65 on the web today for that complete kit. To do that, there's 4.5 meters of fabric. The quilt behind me is 1.1 by 1.8 wide, and that actually hasn't got, that's what it measures, it hasn't got the borders. I mean, we've done this fabric, these are the two strips, the two colour strips that we didn't use in the kit. We're going to have, you'll get a 6-inch strip of these two for the binding. You could put them around as a border. You need to cut them 2-inch strip, but you could put a skinny border around the outside of it and then bind it in just something else. Or you could ask us, you could buy another piece of any of this fabric, you know, while we've still got it in stock. We're making up the kits of it, but there'll always be bits left over that you could have for that. We'll make up as many kits as we can. There it goes again. The possible name is Crossed Hearts. Oh, we shall be getting names. I haven't been seeing the names. The crosses would be good if, for the new quilt template. Quilt names. Hearts for Loki. Oh, I wonder who posted that, Angela. Right. Yes. So we're getting a few names. And obviously, apologies for those people who are putting names forward on Facebook. We'll read them afterwards, or I will, unless Joe is already reading them, because I don't get that feed. It's amazing. I used to only get the Facebook feed and not the other feed. Now I get the other feed and not the Facebook feed. I've missed something. Clarence. Clarence's fabric. So there's always a fabric special. So Clarence's fabric is this. So it's a Rose and Hubble. It's a blue background with a flower pattern on it. I need to be on a bigger screen so you can see it. So that is that. That's Clarence's fabric. That's available. We used to do one every time, but we're doing one for the month. So it's there until it's gone. We've only got we put a foo on, so once we start cutting it, we cut them off, and then once it's all gone, it's all gone. When we cut the last meter, whoever gets the last bit, if there's sort of like 1.5 meters there, then you'll get 1.5 meters. We'll cut the last bit there as a special for you. So that's all there. We have reached the 59 point, and so it is time to say thank you to Julia, thank you to Abby, thank you to all who's tuned in and watched. Please come and say hello at Springfields and Lampert Hall, and we'll see you again in a fortnight. Well, actually, I'll see some of you at Springfields. I'll see the rest of you in a fortnight. There, I've lost the button I want to click. Oh, there it is. Thank you very much. See you again.
I try to keep on keeping on. I try to keep on keeping on.